to let me see. I'm gonna rotate it and I'm gonna flip it again. Yeah, that's not doing right. I am making homemade vegan biscuits this morning because the last time everybody ate them all, and I want some more. They were really good. Everybody liked them, so I guess that's the good thing, right? So, and these are vegan biscuits. They take 2 cups, and I have all-purpose flour. So I need some more flour, of course. Because you want to make sure, the key is you have to level it off, right? Yeah. So that's 1 cup. So did you try to make these? You better try to make these. There we go. See, that time I did better. Okay. So 2 cups of flour. And we have 1 tablespoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then the key is to just whisk it all together. Whisk. There's my whisk. So you whisk it together. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do before I put the vegan butter in there, I'm going to lightly flour my cutting board. So that's ready. I want to flour the cutting board because once I get done with all of the batter and everything, I want to be able to put it right on there and start kneading it and then go into the whole procedure of cutting the biscuits, right? Oh yeah, that's the key. Now, this bowl here, I've already got is a cup of unsweetened almond milk and 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. And you're supposed to let it curdle. So I wanted it to go ahead and be sitting on the side, if that makes sense. Can you guys see this okay? Yeah, let me know. Okay, yeah, just let me know. Put it in the comments, say yes you can, or whatever, that way I can tell, okay? So I'm gonna flour, like I said, I was gonna flour my cutting board. Okay, let's see here. And I'm gonna put a little bit more in there. Because you don't want anything to stick to that, okay? Let me see. Okay. And move some of this as I go. All right, so now that I have whisked everything in the bowl, now what I'm supposed to do is add the vegan butter. And it says I have a cup. So this whole stick is literally half a cup. You don't melt the butter now. You fork it in. And what I do is I actually break it in and then I work it with my hands. Okay? Now, I am one of these people, I like to clean as I go because I don't want to have to do a whole lot once I'm done. Okay? I just want to be able to eat. And by the time I get done, it's going to actually be about the time I usually eat breakfast. Okay. So you take the stick of butter, and I'm using country crock plant butter. So this is vegan butter. And you do not melt it. You put it in here just like this. And what I learned the first time is you do want to break it up, you know, because you want it to have crumbles, okay? And I'm going to show you guys what it looks like after I start crumbling it up a little bit. You're just breaking it into pieces, but you're working it into the batter. You're going to work it into your dry mixture. I never would have thought that you don't melt the butter, but they'll tell you what, I'm still learning. I'm not a new vegan, but there's a lot of new things to me. So this works, and this works out really good. Has anyone made the vegan biscuits, the homemade vegan biscuits yet? Let me know in the comments. But see how I'm breaking them up? It's just little pieces, little chunks. And this is a must. You got to break it up because you do not want to be tasting. Now, I don't know that you ever would anyway because this would eventually melt. Okay. See? Chunks. Okay. So now I'm just going to work that in because you want to make sure you get it within your batter, all of your dough. Okay. You want to just work it in because it is amazing how this actually turns out to be. It's fluffy, it's light, but it's moist. Yeah, I couldn't wait till I finished up with my first client so I could get home and make these biscuits this morning. And my daughter was all excited. She was like, yay. Because I wrote her and I said, when I get there, I'm making the homemade vegan biscuits. She ate the last one yesterday. They didn't stay no time though. The first time I made them, I had 10. Those biscuits did not last that long at all. My husband came in the first day, he had 2. You know, let me tell you what he did. So I asked him after he had the first one, I said, well, how was the biscuit? And he said, oh, it wasn't good, but can I have another one? And I laughed so hard. And so I knew then that we were on to something with these vegan biscuits. And then when my son had it, he was like, oh, well, it's really bland. I said, dude, you're supposed to put something on it once you open it up. And then he was like, oh, okay. So he added honey to his once he opened it up. And he was like, oh, it was so good. So I've actually done sausage biscuits, which is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to add sausage to mine. And I actually bought Impossible's plant-based sausage patties this morning. I don't usually have those, but they didn't have Beyond at my grocery store. They were out. Yep, so sad. And just to let you guys know, I've washed my hands 1,000 times. Because somebody might be in the comments, somebody, I didn't see her wash her hands. Yeah, I've been in the kitchen a while this morning. So, yeah. So now, that feels really right. Okay, so I'm making homemade vegan biscuits. So it was 2 cups of flour. I used all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And I just added in a stick of vegan butter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my hands, and then I'm going to add the unsweetened almond milk and it has 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Okay, so that's what I'm adding in here now. Okay. That's all the ingredients, you guys. That's only 6 ingredients. That's it. Making homemade vegan biscuits. And it smells so good already. It does, y'all. It smells really good. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I have my cookie sheet on my stove. I'm going to put some parchment paper down on it because I don't like nothing sticking to the pan. I could have lined my pan with, I could have put some more vegan butter on there and just put it on there like that, but I'm going to use parchment paper. Make it easy on me. Okay, so I'm going to stir this some more. And what I'm going to do now is, since I've already put everything in here, oh, and let me get my glass. I'm going to work this with my hands. I have a biscuit cutter. I'm going to use this glass to cut out my biscuits. Okay, so now I'm I'm gonna move this over. That's it. See? So, this is my floured cutting board. And just want to see, you don't necessarily need this, but you do. I'm going to put a little bit of flour on my hands. You just fold it over and over. I'm live. You know, just something to do this morning. Okay. Okay, so since you can you move this over here? No, no, leave it there. No. I thought you were pointing at this. Oh no, I meant the pan over here. So when I put the, I can put the biscuits right on there. And it's usually the first one that ends up holding it down. Right. So I'm taking a glass. And there's the biscuit. Nice. I don't know if I used parchment paper the first time or not. I think you did. I think so too. I just can't remember. So I just did it this time anyway. See how simple that is? Yeah, they're vegan biscuits. So now I have all the holes. Then I'm going to roll it back over and fold it again. Some people have a biscuit cutter. I don't, which is why I'm using glass. Who would have thought? So easy. I'm telling y'all, I'll never buy biscuits again. This is only 6 ingredients. It doesn't take that long. And then when you put them in the oven, I believe it's 425 degrees and it's 14 minutes. That's it though. And then what you can do once you take them out is just brush it with some butter, vegan butter. You can cut them open and add jam, or you can add your breakfast sausage. Piece of cake. And you do, and that's all you do. You just keep folding that dough over until you've gotten all of the biscuits out that you can get out of there, right? Now, could I make one big one? Of course I could. I'm not doing that though. Now, I will need a second pan though. So I have a smaller pan, and I'll probably get, let me think, I can probably get another 3 or 4 of them out of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my hands and get the other pan. And then I'm going to put those biscuits in my oven. Okay, so I'm making vegan biscuits. This is the last of my dough, and I'm going to get one small pan. I have that smaller pan. I'm going to put some parchment paper in it, and then I'm going to do the last few biscuits. Cut them out, put them right in there. So I'm letting my oven preheat. I put it on 425 degrees for the temperature, and it's only going to cook for 14 minutes. So let me get the rest of these biscuits out of here. Now, because this is the last one, and there's no more dough after this, I'm just going to let it be what it is, right? So it's a little bit bigger than the other ones, but still a homemade biscuit. So I ended up with 15. How about that? And my oven is still preheating. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting this cleaned off. right. So now the oven is preheated. And we're going to put all the biscuits in the oven. Okay, so let me show you though what we're working with. We have a sheet pan and a small pan. So we have a total of 15 biscuits. I'm going to put them in the oven. It's on 425 and we're going to time it for 14 minutes. So you just watch me make homemade vegan biscuits from scratch. So like I said, I'm going to put them in the oven. I'm going to put the timer on 14 minutes. Timer. Actually, I may do 15 this time. Okay. So any questions about making vegan biscuits? Put them in the comments and I will answer your questions. I'm gonna wash my glass, my whisk. But guess what? The kitchen's practically clean. Yeah, I don't like to have dishes too much after I finish cooking. Okay, so the kitchen is now clean and the vegan biscuits are in the oven. 6 ingredients. Who would have thought that it only took 6 ingredients to make some biscuits? I'm very surprised by that. So do you have any questions? And I remember my grandmother used to make homemade biscuits. Oh, so good. And the first time I saw these come out the oven, it took me right there. And I was like, this is just like when my grandmother used to make them. Now hers wasn't vegan, but mine are, because I'm vegan. Yeah, mine are. Because my counter was wet. Yep, the counter was wet. Okay. From me wiping it. Washing it down. All right. So if you're watching this, and maybe if you're, well, you're watching that live. Have you ever made vegan biscuits before? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. I am very curious. this real quick. Okay. Yeah, but I just made homemade vegan biscuits and I cannot wait. So what I was saying was I'm gonna actually make the impossible savory sausage patties and put inside the biscuit when it gets closer. Oh, and let me show you this. 6 grams of protein per serving. Now, impossible is made from soy. Okay? Beyond breakfast sausage is not. Either way, they're both good. Yeah, my daughter's had this before. I haven't. So this is going to be my first time having Impossible's breakfast sausage. I'm doing sausage and biscuits. And don't think for 1 second I'm going to get to where I may eventually be making my own vegan meat crumbles and stuff. Oh yeah, but right now it's the pastries, it's the biscuits. You know, it's turnovers. I'm thinking about doing some tortillas, but I got to really look it up and see what it'll take to make tortillas. I mean, I've seen a lot of different recipes, but I want one that's going to be literally the easiest, the least amount of ingredients, which to me would be healthier than ones that have all that stuff in it. Because let me tell you something, I almost bought some peanut butter this morning. And when I buy peanut butter, I'm looking for one ingredient, peanuts. That's it. I saw peanut butter that had oil, it had sugar. I'm like, why? It doesn't need all that. Let it be what it is. It's peanuts. Just let it be what it is. I didn't buy no peanut butter this morning. Now, I was at my regular grocery store. I wasn't at the health food store. So I wasn't at Sprouts. Sprouts is a brand that I like, and it doesn't have a lot in it at all. As a matter of fact, let me show you. Let's see. Once again, it's this peanut. This is the peanut butter that I buy. One ingredient, peanuts. It doesn't need anything else. It's peanuts. For peanut butter, it's peanut butter. Just peanuts. And this is unsweetened. And it's also creamy. This is real good. I actually put this on some of my breakfast rounds. My daughter puts it on her pancakes. Oh, come on. You have to know what to do. But that's why this channel is here for you. So if you are new to being vegan, or if you've been stuck and you need some help, I do have an offering over there on my in my link tree where we can have a call. It's like a reset. It's like a vegan reset. Go and grab it. Okay. So, oh my gosh, these biscuits are smelling so good. So this is what I'm cooking. This is what I've cooked for this morning, and I'm cooking breakfast sausage. But that's gonna be it. Yeah, that's gonna be my breakfast, and it's about the right time. I usually don't start eating until between 11 and 12. That's when I usually eat breakfast, and I'll stop eating dinner no later than 9 o'clock. But I give my body that whole time to reset itself for that next morning. So I'm not a breakfast person. Okay, now I'll get up and I have some water. Like this morning, what I did though, I had moringa lemon tea with some honey in it. It was so good. The tea that I have at night right now that I've been having is, what is it? Oh, hold on, let me say it right. Oh. Saffron with fennel. It's so good. Yeah. Saffron and fennel tea with just a little bit of honey. But that's what I'm having at night. The other one that I may have at night is, let's see. I like Earl Grey. but I also like that. Yeah. Sweet and spicy by Good Earth. Yeah. I like that tea as well. The sweet and spicy, 2 tea bags in a cup. You don't have to do nothing to it. You don't have to add nothing to it. It's just right if you do nothing to it. Mm-mm. Okay, questions or comments? Let me check the biscuits. I'm gonna show you guys. This looks so good. Look at them. Mm-hmm. Those biscuits look really good. Made them from scratch. Yeah, made them from scratch. So excited. And I have, let's see, roughly 4 minutes left on those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sausage in the air fryer. So I had to ask my daughter how many patties did she want. Because this in the biscuit. Oh yeah. And that's the size. This is Impossible Savory Breakfast Sausage. Now, it actually has air fryer instructions right here on the bag. It says air fry, 400 degrees, 2 patties at 6 minutes. So, air fry. Oh yeah, 1 minute and 58 seconds on the biscuits. Oh my gosh. Now, I'm tempted because I also made homemade blackberry Earl Grey jam. I'm tempted to put the jam on the biscuit and then the sausage in the middle. What do you think? I think that sounds fantastic. What do you think? Or later on, I could just have jam on the biscuit, which that probably happen too. But yes, I made homemade vegan biscuits real easy. 6 ingredients, doesn't take a long time. I have vegan sausage in the air fryer, so I'll have my sausage and biscuits. Yeah, sausage and biscuits, absolutely. But these biscuits, you guys, they are so good. I can see me making all the time. One of the things that I want to try is to make the batter ahead of time, make the biscuits, and then wrap them in probably saran wrap and see if they'll keep them in the fridge and for how many days. And then I can just always, cook them. Yeah, that's what I gotta see. Or if I make them into biscuit chips and then put them in a Ziploc bag. But either way, I want to see if I can make it in the bag, have it already in the batter and have the biscuits round, but then keep them in the fridge and then cook them like another day or two later. So that may be my next experiment when it comes to these vegan biscuits. Yeah, I think I should do it that way. Okay, it's about to go off. There are the biscuits. Homemade vegan biscuits. It was real easy. Now, I could put them back in there if I wanted them to get a little more brown, which I think they're fine though. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, that's homemade vegan biscuits. And we got 15 out of this mix. That's fantastic. So there's 4 of us. Yeah, everybody will be real happy. Yeah, they will be real happy. So let me know in the comments, would you make vegan biscuits? If you were a vegan, would you take this recipe and would you make these vegan biscuits before you buy another can of biscuits? Would you make these? And I want you to leave in the comments, what did your family members think about them? All right. Thanks everyone who joined and watched. But that's it. Have a great day.